Every year, more than 1 billion wood pallets are used in America to ship and store the food we eat. Now, new testing reveals that wood pallets are potential food safety time bombs full of pathogens and deadly bacteria like E. coli, Salmonella, and Listeria that can sicken American consumers and even be fatal.
As a consumer, I would be very concerned. As a scientist, we've identified a positive presence of these pathogens in the wood pallets.
The testing shows that wood pallets routinely are left outside, rarely cleaned, and some become so filthy, swarming flies are attracted, even rodents. It's easy to imagine how raw seafood can leak onto a pallet and then transfer onto the next raw food product used on that same pallet. IGPS, the nation's leading plastic pallet rental company, recently conducted independent tests on wood pallets in 5 major U.S. cities. From New Orleans to Portland, Maine, the testing found E. coli, Salmonella, Listeria, and other harmful bacteria. Dr. Peter Kamik of Kappa Laboratories conducted much of the testing.
Wood is almost like a sponge. In other words, it's porous, it retains moisture, it's very difficult to sanitize, and the ability of bacteria to survive and be transferred either into a plant or onto a food product that may be placed on the pallet is a distinct possibility.
The results of the tests were alarming. At Louisiana supermarkets and seafood retailers, nearly 50% of the wood pallets tested positive for E. coli, Salmonella, and/or Listeria. At outdoor food markets in Washington, D.C. and Baltimore, more than 1/3 of the pallets tested positive for Salmonella, E. coli, Listeria, and/or extremely high bacteria counts. The bacteria counts in Philadelphia were sky high, and on the lobster and fishing docks of Maine, the pallets tested positive for Listeria monocytogenes, which kills 500 Americans a year.
I'm pretty concerned about it because I shop the same place that your family shops, and I think we're all at risk because of it.
Bob Moore is the chairman and CEO of IGPS. He's turned the testing results over to the FDA and wants immediate action.
Every time we see a pathogen outbreak, it's bigger, badder, meaner than the one before it, and more difficult to trace back to its origins. I just want the FDA to make our grocery supply chain safer. And I'm willing to subject myself to the same standards. Whatever they come up with, I'll be happy to adhere to it.
IGPS researchers tested wood pallets that were clearly in current use. They used sterile collection tools and carefully shipped the samples overnight to independent microbiology labs for testing.
Actual Listeria.
They also tested 60 plastic pallets in current use in Mississippi and Pennsylvania. The independent labs did not find traces of pathogens on any of the 60 plastic samples. Bob Moore says the lives of American consumers are at stake, and the government should pay attention to the dangers of wood pallets.
It doesn't have to be this way. Let's make people who are playing in the grocery supply chain ensure that we're getting the safest product we possibly can. Nothing's 100%, but it can be a lot better than it is today.